Hello, guys. It's Tracy. I always wait on my end for the little ding that says that we're live. So it dinged at me. So we're finally live. So thanks for adjusting, excuse me, your time with me on such late notice. But I wanted everybody, I know a lot of us follow John Eric Mogler and wanted to do that, his big hangout that, or the Periscope that he was doing on some Facebook hacks. So anyway, thanks for adjusting and being so flexible and quick to do that for me. So some great information on there. And if you're not following John Eric and his tips and stuff, he's such a great leader and really teaches us how to use our influence on social media. I mean, to me, the social media game has changed since he came in it. So forgive me, I'm a little nasally. I've been under the weather the last couple of days. My lovely husband decided that it was good to drink my water bottle last week when he was sick. And so I'm just recovering, and I think I may finally pass it on to one of my littles. And so it's great. It's a good time. Not too bad, but thankfully greens can make it short. I haven't been sick for 3 years, so I was somewhat pissed that my streak was over. Actually, I was not a happy camper, and I don't have time for it this month. We got lots going on this month. It's been a great month of October, and I really want to encourage you guys to just keep going. I mean, October can, the fall months can be a little tricky, I think, but for me, I actually really enjoy these months because I have to be intentional with my business. I think sometimes, oh my gosh, the holidays are almost here. I cannot believe that it is almost November, and everybody knows times get crazy and lots to do, but I have found that even though I might have less time sometimes to work my business during this time, I have set a goal and I'm being so intentional with my business. And it doesn't matter if your goal is your 4 loyals, or if your goal is a promotion, or if your goal is whatever. That goal is so important, and I finally figured it out. I can't believe it took me so long into my business. I've always talked about goals, and I've known them, blah, blah, blah. I know that. But then when I finally did it, put my money where my mouth is, and put that into action, and I have a goal, and I'm like, yep, I'm not done. I need that filled. I need that filled. It just has a way of driving you and keeping you moving because I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. I don't like to fail at things. I don't like to fall short in things. And so I know that when I need to do something and I'm not where I want to be, I've got to keep going. So I really been intentional. So, and you guys can do that too. So anyway, there's not a ton of questions on the Q&A, so be sure to fill that in there if you want. In fact, there are no questions at all. So tonight I may be a little short, but I have some things that I want to share with you. First of all, October, we've got, when the morning comes, we will have 9 days left. 9 whole days. That's like almost a third of the month, you guys. I know it seems like we're headed right towards the end, but that is a third of this month left. I mean, wrap month goes on forever. And to me, those last 10 days are the craziest and the busiest, and when you really see the daily shout out growing. So really, really, really focus in on your business. Zone in on what you don't have done yet. Whatever your goal is, if it's your steps to success, if it's a promotion, if it's whatever, finish your goal, okay? And work really hard for the next 10 days. Don't give up on this month. So many times you're like, oh, this month I haven't gone how I wanted. I'm going to do it in November. Don't do that, okay? Do not give up on this month. Go all the way to the end, all the way through Halloween, and we are going to keep pushing. You guys, I know we have some great, amazing, life-changing promotions coming on this team right here this month. So really, really push. You guys can do anything that you want to do, even if it's looking bleak at this point. Doesn't matter. You've got 9 days to get up and intentionally work your business starting tomorrow morning. Hey, you can even work it tonight if you want to. You're here with me. So anyway, so what I want to, that's been on my mind the last few days actually, is this is another kind of an aha moment that I had. And I want to talk to you about your mind, a mindset, a shift in your mindset. We talk to all people all the time. I know you have too, who can't join the business or are leaving the business and quitting. I mean, it happens to every single one of us. But a lot of us you're gonna know that I'm talking to you, not about you. I'm talking to you because I want to help you. If you find that I'm talking to you, I hope you take it in the right way, because I'm trying to help you do a shift in your mindset so that you can see this opportunity that's in front of you. When someone brought this business to me, I saw the opportunity from day one. I saw the larger income numbers, and I thought, oh my gosh, I can totally do that with this business. I can do these steps, and all I have to do is run this auto ship and get my product, which I need anyway. I want to use all that stuff. This is a huge opportunity to make money. At no point when someone showed me this business that I looked at, and very quickly into my business, we were, I'll tell you my story sometime. Something happened in our family financially that was hugely devastating to our finances. And we were cutting expenses as fast as we could. But never once did this business come as up in my mind as something to cut, because I saw it as an opportunity. Never once did the overhead of this business occur to me as an expense. To this day, I can't think of any time I've ever looked at my business and thought, man, I can't afford to do that this month. You can't afford not to, okay? You cannot afford not to look at this as an opportunity. If you're looking at someone and say, oh, I can't afford the $99, I can't afford that monthly auto ship, I can't add to my expenses. There's a mind shift. There's a mindset right there. And you know that they're on the other side of it, okay? If someone looks at this business as an expense, then they do not look at it as an opportunity. That's a huge, huge difference. And you really need to examine yourself and determine which side you're on. If you're earning a paycheck but not investing into your business, you're not running an auto ship, you look at an auto ship as an expense, you haven't fully grasped. And again, I'm not picking on anybody, but I'm talking about mindset right now, and I want you to truly ask yourself which side you sit on, because this business is the greatest opportunity you are ever going to run across, period. All right? It is an opportunity to change your life. It is not an expense. It is not an inconvenience. It is a business. When you start a business versus starting a job, there's going to be a little bit of startup involved, right? When you go get a job, there's typically not a lot of startup. When you start a business, of course you're going to have a startup. So that's one way to explain it to someone, that we are very, very lucky that to jump into our business is so affordable, it's so inexpensive. And all we have to do to be commission qualified is order a box of wraps and another product, or 2 boxes of wraps. And that's such a no-brainer, because you have to have wraps to be in the wrap business. We get paid to use this stuff, which is so cool. And so it's a no-brainer. And then our website, that's how we run our businesses. That's how you sign customers and distributors. And that's how you log in and manage your business. So our overhead is only $120 a month forever, for the life of your business. That's all it is about $120 a month. I mean, that is magical to me. We are part owners in a restaurant, and I'm telling you, if you knew what it costs to run a business like that, and it doesn't always make money. And so mindset shift is what needs to happen here. Whether you're in the business already, or you're talking to someone who, and we've all talked to them, that says, I can't afford $99, and I can't afford the monthly cost, or the overhead. I use the word overhead. I try to avoid the word expense because it has a negative connotation with some people. But when I'm talking to outside prospects, so what you need, you automatically know that that person is of that mindset. They are looking at this as an expense and not an opportunity. For me, I saw this and thought, oh my gosh, for just $120 a month, I have the opportunity to earn that kind of money. I looked at that income chart. I was like, this is insane. I could totally do that, and I could change my family's life. So that's the mindset that you're looking for and that you want to have. Because also, not only do you want to do it yourself, you want to teach your team to have this mindset. So when you have someone who is on the mindset on the other side, They're viewing this as an expense. I can't afford to start. I can't afford to run it. You need to ask yourself some questions. Why don't you look at this as the opportunity that it is? And you also need to ask yourself, if you're speaking specifically about a prospect, why is that person worth investing in and bringing into my business? If someone sees this as, oh, yeah, sorry, I would not run an auto ship. I could never do that. You know what? That's a red flag, and that's probably not someone that you would want in your business. They don't have that mindset. They don't see it as an opportunity. And if you're trying to convince them before, you are most likely going to be convincing them after they sign. So let's talk to those of you who are already in, okay? I've talked to many of you who think that this business is an expense. You think it's an expense you can't afford. I plead with you to understand that this business is an opportunity, and you have been blessed that this opportunity, for whatever reason, through somebody in your life, got enough of you to bring you into this business and offer the opportunity to you. You have got to ask yourself, why do I look at this as an expense and not an opportunity? You know, I realize that this company has two ways for us to be commission qualified. I get that. But if you're not taking advantage of the auto ship part of it, I think you're really missing out. I'm just going to put it out there. I think you're missing out because, number one, these products are amazing. They're life changing. Okay. And not only for you, but for people that you come into contact with, people in your life. And if you're not taking advantage of the low overhead that this business offers, you haven't flipped over to the dark side yet, the opportunity side yet. And so that's what I'm hoping and praying that this conversation will do for you, that you will look at it in a totally different way, that you will see this business each and every single day, never as a negative, never as a burden, never as an additional expense to your family budget. I get it, budgets are tight, but as an opportunity to slingshot your family into a different financial orbit, for lack of a better word, because that's exactly what it is. If you get your mind right, the people that quit are the ones who can't make that transition. They cannot see this as an opportunity. You know, I'm not title-wise where I want to be, but I know that has never changed my opinion about this business as an opportunity. What it's caused me to do is look at myself, look at what I'm doing, look at the people that I'm working with, look at the time that I'm investing in, where I'm investing it, and evaluating that. It's never occurred to me that, like, oh my gosh, this auto ship and my e-suite are a waste. I can't afford it. That's not true. The shift needs to happen if that's how you think. I've never thought that, because I can look at this business, I look at the steps of success, I look at the party pad, I look at the potential income, average incomes of all of the ranks, and I know that it works, and I know that it's possible, and I know that I'm going to get there. I just have to make sure that I'm evaluating myself along the way. So when you're talking to a prospect and they don't say, oh my gosh, I really wish that I could, if they say, there's two different kinds of prospects. I talk to them all the time. One's like, oh, I don't have the money. Period, end of discussion. I'm really looking for ways to come up with the money. See the difference? If someone just says, I don't have the money, I throw out there and say, hey, you can always try to pre-sell them this and that. And if I throw that line out and they don't take it, then I know, you know what, that's never going to go anywhere. And so I hope you can see the distinction there. If you gave them a way to seize the opportunity, even though they don't necessarily have $99, I'm not saying everyone that you talk to about the business is automatically going to have $99. If you don't have an extra $99 in your pocket, you know, then something has gone wrong with them financially along the way, and that's how they're living at the moment, and that is how most people are. That's just the nature of living paycheck to paycheck. I totally get it. That's who we're trying to help. But if you offer the opportunity and that 99 is a stumbling block, that's the word I use. I said, I understand 99 can be a stumbling block. Totally get it. I totally get where you're coming from. What if I offered you an opportunity? And if they still say, no, and they don't even look at that as a way, as an opportunity to go around, get over their stumbling block, then I know that's probably not a good prospect to pursue. If they say, oh, wow, I could totally do that, then I say, okay, there's something there. They see this as an opportunity. So that's a way to deal with, different, really look for that mindset on a prospect. If you are in the business and you are looking at it that way, then I really ask you to look at what you're doing and assess why you think that. And take a step back and really ask yourself what your goal is in this business, what you want out of this business, and how you're going to get there. Because you want to not only be doing this business the right way for yourself, but also be teaching a team as you're bringing people into your business. And when you have that unbendable mindset, like I have, that you will not convince me, right here, Tracy, you will never convince me that this business doesn't work. So don't even bother. When your mindset is that strong, then it's a no-brainer. It's a non-issue, and my focus is totally on building my business and wrapping people and bringing on customers and distributors and helping my team to do the same thing. So make sure that you have the right mindset about that, and make sure that you're working with prospects that have that mindset as well, because otherwise you're going to be banging your head against the wall as you're working with the wrong people and investing your time. I used to just sit there and work and plead and beg and really go back to some of those prospects. Now I'm on to the next. I'm on looking for somebody who sees this the same way that I see it. So I'm going to go to this event real quick. I've got a couple more things I need to share with you. There are no questions, so we'll wrap up soon. But one of the things that I did want to say is that you need to be on the lookout. There are some things coming down from corporate and compliance that's going to change a little bit of how we do things and how we post. A lot of it's been around from the beginning, but as we get bigger and bigger, they are going to become more stringent and regular in enforcing some of this stuff. So just to kind of touch on them a little bit, obviously before and after pictures, there needs to be the disclaimer on it. I know, just today I saw 2 Ambassador Diamonds not following some of these rules. And so I know when you see that, it's hard, but if we all do our part and we're trying to protect this company, we don't want outside FDA attention or the trade commission. We don't want any of that stuff. We want to protect this opportunity that we have. So be sure that you can use the picture. A lot of the pictures out there have been given permission to share, but you need to know that. And you also need to make sure you're sharing pictures only with the disclaimer that says, certain, I don't even know how it reads, but it's on the pictures, you'll see them. But it has a disclaimer about individual results varying. And then this is a newer one, it has to do with income. They're also going to start enforcing that income disclosure be attached to any type of thing that says average incomes, or this is what I make. We're technically not supposed to say, I make this. You're definitely not ever supposed to show a screenshot of your paycheck or anything like that. So anything that insinuates how much you're making or how much you could make, got to have an income disclaimer that's legible. And people can put that in the comments if they want to. But anyway, this is not coming from me. It's just coming from corporate and compliance. And so it's my understanding, I think on Sunday night is when they're going to cover some of this on the corporate call. So be watching for that. Be compliant. We want our businesses to keep rolling. Not a big deal. It's really not that big of a change in what we're doing, and nothing's changed. It's just we're going to become, more following the rules, and we have to. The bigger we get, of course, they've got to make sure that they're, you can't just let it get out of control, or it just gets harder and harder to correct. So anyway, be watching for that information. But as we wind down here, I hope you have really taken to heart what I've said about mindset. That's really what has been on my mind, and making sure that you have the right mindset about your business and about the people that you're bringing into your business. Please understand, if you don't have enough belief in it yet, borrow mine, and believe me when I tell you, the business works. It's going to work for you if you keep working it. And if you don't let yourself get discouraged for very long, I do this a lot. If you find yourself frustrated or discouraged or using those words, I don't care for those two words, but sometimes I feel a little bit like that. I try not to use them, and I don't want you guys to use them either. But if you just have, I've had those nights where, gosh, that person promoted so much faster than me, and then at the same night, somebody calls and wants their auto ship, and then somebody says, oh, the products didn't work, and then I got a DC stolen from me, and then my distributor who's going to sign changed their mind. I've had that happen all in one night. And if that happens to you and you're just like, oh my gosh, this is not worth it, I can't take it, do you know what you need to do? You need to let it go for the night. You need to shut your phone off, turn the TV on, watch a television show, play with your kids, go to bed, eat a snack, whatever you want to do, and have a drink, however you handle that situation. And that's what you need to do. Pam Souter gave such great advice at the It Works Used that in a story that she tells. But if you find yourself in a situation where you're just holding on a little bit too tight to your business and you're not enjoying it, you're not having fun, let it go. Okay, let it go for the night. And I do that, and then you know what? I wake up the next day and I'm fine. I'm back to where my belief in the system and my belief in the opportunity, I believe in the company, and I know I just needed a break. Don't take too long off. You cannot walk away from this business for 2 weeks and expect it to look the same when you come back. This business requires a consistent effort. Doesn't mean you have to do it all day, but you do need to do it pretty much every day. Okay, and so just let go. If you're having a little hissy fit, which I have them all the time, and it's not going how you want it to, and you think I can't take one more negative thing, shut your computer, turn off your phone, walk away from it, go to bed. And just walk away and go do something you enjoy, and then let it go, and the next day, you're back. It happens to be all the time, and every day I'm back to where I was. I've even thought, I'm quitting, I'm done, I can't do this, and the next day I'm like, that's crazy. I love this business. I love what it does. I love the fun. I love the friendships. I love the freedom that I have. My daughter was home from school sick today. I didn't have to call anybody. We made Chex Mix. I was home with her, and I am forever grateful for that. So no negative Nelly, no this, no that. No one is going to take that away from me. That's how much I love this business, and I want you to love it too. So make sure that your mind is right. If it's not, plug into a call, plug into your upline. Don't not complaining, not this. Just plug into them and find that motivation. Go back to your why. Remember why you're doing this. Pull out the steps to success and look at them and know in your brain, I can do that. Okay, I can do that. I'm capable of doing that. So keep that mindset as we roll through the end of October. 9 days to go. Push for your goal. We are going to reach these goals, you guys. We're going to do it. And you watch, you're going to see some really cool things happen here in the next 9 days. So I love hanging out with you guys. We'll be back with our call next Thursday at 8:30. Talk to you soon.